guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are tuned in, please go ahead and like this video because I know you will, and subscribe because you want to keep up with me and what I'm doing. This is going to be a check-in video where I just talk to you guys about where I am right now in life. Last time I spoke to y'all, I was seasonally depressed, and since then I've been on vacation, so hopefully I'm doing a little better. But let me just go ahead and tell you guys, how I've been doing, what I've been up to, and what I am doing to keep my mental health on track, because it's a hard time right now for all of us. And it's very important that we intentionally take time to make ourselves better, because naturally it's very easy to fall into a funk and to fall into a place of depression and not really being okay. So with that being said, I went to Puerto Rico. I went to Puerto Rico and it was so much freaking fun. It was the best decision I could have made for myself at the time. It was very much on a whim, very random. I saw cheap flights and I booked them. I was just like, I have to go. I need to get up and go. If you watch my other videos and escapism is my girl, okay? That's my main girl. So I had to escape. I was depressed. I was in a funk, and a lot of things were happening around me that were really affecting me, like things with my friends, things with my roommates, things happening at work, and there was just a lot of things that was really affecting me. And I felt like the stuff that was happening wasn't my fault. I felt like the stuff that was happening was a result of other people and their stuff, and I was becoming a casualty to other people's stuff. And it just kind of felt like I need to go. I need to get up and go. And when I come back, all this stuff will have been worked itself out, and I won't be here to be caught in the crossfire of people and their nonsense. So I left. I went to Puerto Rico for 5 days, and it was amazing. It was just amazing. It was everything I needed. It was the perfect amount of like adventure and relaxation and just getting away, different scenery, different people, good vibes, good energy, good food. Oh my God, the food. The food. So that was the hard part about coming back. Once I got back from Puerto Rico, all I wanted to do was eat. And it was so bad because I feel like when I got back, like mentally, I was still in Puerto Rico. Physically, I was here in Raleigh in my bed, going through the same thing I was going through before I left, where it was hard to get out of bed. I was upset. I was just feeling like, why am I here? Like, why aren't I still in Puerto Rico on vacation? So it was a struggle to check back into life for about a week and a half. I just kind of sucked around and felt like, why am I here? Like, how am I expected to come back from this tropical vacation and then now come back and go to work and do work? That just felt crazy to me. So mentally, I was struggling with the fact that I had to check back into society and earn my keep so I can survive. And it felt like some bullshit. It felt like some ultimate bullshit. And honestly, it is some bullshit. I deserve a life where I can just sit back, relax, and work as I please. And until that happens, I don't know. But I'm going to be upset about it. I'm going to get an attitude, and I'm going to sulk around and feel like, why the fuck am I not constantly on vacation? And that's fine. Anyways, so coming back, I kind of just had to check myself back into life. And for a week and a half, I just kind of sucked around, and it was hard for me to do that. But I ate so much food when I got back. I just felt like food was giving me the satisfaction that Puerto Rico gave me. So I ate a bunch of stuff that was just not even in my normal diet. Like, I ate a lot of chicken. And if y'all watch my other videos, I stopped eating meat like a few months ago. Like, I stopped eating meat like a year ago. So it's been a minute. But I still, cheat from time to time. So it's not like I'm a stranger to meat or whatever. But I still cheat, But when I got back from Puerto Rico, it was more than a cheat, child. I was full-blown having an affair. Me and meat was best buddies. Like, it was bad. It was bad. And then eventually, I had to just, like, check myself. Like,
girl, that is not what you do.
Oh, again? Wow. So I judged myself, like, because I really didn't feel like myself. I felt like I was doing things that were not like me, like eating all crazy, not being able to sleep at night. staying in the bed like all day and just chilling, like, and it just really got out of hand. And I just kind of felt, okay, girl, if you don't stop this now and check back, you're gonna lose track. So what happened was I checked myself back into work, and that was the first step of, checking back into life. But with working, I felt like overwhelmed. Like, I felt so overwhelmed from just doing my job. I felt like my head was like all over the place. I felt like the weight of the world was on my shoulders. I felt like I can't do anything right. Everything felt like so much. So I really had to come to terms with the fact that, maybe I'm not okay. Maybe, I need to be more intentional about taking time to really improve my head and where I am with things. So I did that. I stopped eating meat. I was like, you know what? This is my firm stop. That was like a few days ago. But I basically just had to be very firm with myself and say, you know what? These habits are affecting you. Whether I want to admit it or not, it was affecting me. Like, the meat made me feel, full all the time. I wanted to do less. I just felt very heavy, and like, my head was cloudy, and I just felt like I didn't want to move. Just very slouchy and sluggish, and it wasn't a good feeling. Of course, the food it tasted so good. Of course, I enjoyed every meal, but it was the after effects that I just could not be okay with. So whatever, got back on track, got back into my job, and it's crazy because I really do, love my job. I just don't like the concept of feeling like I have to work. Like, if I don't work, I won't live. If I don't work, I won't survive. I don't like that concept. I believe, that we all deserve a life of survival, of maintenance, of whatever we desire, without having to comply or conform to society and what's expected of us. Anyways, so also in coming back, like I said in the beginning, before I left, a lot of my relationships and things happening around me were affecting me negatively. So in coming back, I also had to reevaluate myself, because if things are happening around me and people that are around me are making me feel ways, I need to evaluate myself and how I even got here. Because I genuinely felt like I was dealing with things that were beneath me, like things that I should not be dealing with. I found myself at the table having to deal with, and it really made me have to check myself again. Like, girl, how did you get to this place? What happened? What did you do, say, hear, tell, whatever, to get you in this place where you're dealing with things that you feel like you don't want to be dealing with, that you feel like you've moved past? And if I'm saying all these things and putting all these practices into my life, and I feel like I'm still dealing with low vibrational stuff, I'm doing something wrong. And so I had to just go ahead and come to terms with that, and then reevaluate myself and my relationships and also my reputation. Of course, we do a lot to, I guess, shape the way that people see us, right? We want to make sure that we're always seen in a good light. People always, see the real, true, genuine us. But I hadn't given a lot of thought to my reputation in and of itself. What do people think about me? How do they think about me? What do they think about me? And that goes for family, friends, my coworkers, strangers, the public. What do people think about me? And first I had to start with my friends, because like I said, I was dealing with things with my friends that felt like, wow, why is this happening? So I had to evaluate, how do my friends see me? What image do they have of me in their head? And whatever that looked like for me, I had to evaluate if I was okay with that. Because it does matter to me, what people think about me, because that determines how people treat you and how they act around you. What they think about you is very important, because as much as we say, I don't care what anybody think about me and all this stuff like that, that's fine. And I'm a firm advocate for that. I don't care what nobody think about me. And I can say that 10 times over and genuinely mean it. But when it comes to having to reevaluate my relationships, I have to care what they think about me, because people that are in my life will treat me based on how they think about me. So I had to really care about how people saw me and kind of gauge whether or not I was okay with how they saw me, and if I'm okay with my reputation in their eyes. Because if they're treating me a certain way that I feel like does not align with who I think I am and how I see myself, then I need to reevaluate that entire relationship. So that's what I've been doing. Reevaluating my relationships, my reputation, and if I'm okay with what's out there for me and how I can alter it or change it to be more complementary to me and my lifestyle that I'm trying to achieve. So, moving right on from that, going into my lifestyle, whatever, I needed to understand myself better. So I've already been, on this astrology binge, trying to understand myself and others. But I also got into recently trying to understand my 12th house Virgo Mars. And this was important to me because the 12th house represents all things subconscious, all things in the spiritual realm, all things under the surface, things that don't really get seen or talked about or addressed because they're halfway here in the physical world and they're halfway in the spiritual realm where it's hard for people to see or understand the energies that are there. So for me, I have my Virgo Mars in my 12th house. And that means that, Mars is the planet of action, of aggression, of doing. And if a lot of my actions are in my subconscious and are in the spiritual realm, and a lot of my aggression and all that stuff is halfway here and halfway there, for people who see me, they might not see the whole me. They're only seeing the half that's here in the physical realm. And for me, I feel like people are seeing everything because I'm halfway here and halfway in the spiritual realm. So for me, my subconscious makes me comfortable in feeling like people are seeing all of me, when in actuality, they're not. So I had to really reevaluate and see what that means and watch a lot of videos and read a lot of stuff about 12th house and especially Mars in the 12th house. So in doing that research, I learned a lot about myself, about others, about things that I will always attract, and about things that I will always have to deal with. And it was kind of unsettling, but it was very reassuring that the things that happen to me aren't my fault. The things that happen around me, there's a reason for them. And the way that people perceive me and see me, there's a reason for that. So with all of that, it's been very helpful for me. I'm still, constantly learning, constantly trying to sharpen my sword when it comes to astrology because there's so much that you can learn and so much that you can know. And it's been so helpful for me. Like, y'all, it's been so helpful. So moving on from that, and also understanding myself is understanding my life path number or whatever. I recently got into that, and I do know I'm a life path number 1, and that the definition for that is the natural born leader. And with that comes a lot of responsibility. It feels like I didn't ask for this, but at the same time, I graciously have to accept the position of being a leader, even though I didn't ask for it. It just naturally is what has been deemed upon me. So it's fine, we gonna rock with it. It's no biggie, but it is challenging to navigate this life where it feels like people are looking up to you and you didn't ask for that. So it's fine. I'm working through it. Anyways, so with that being said, with evaluating myself and my relationships and everything around me has been leading me, is the foundation for manifesting the life that I say I want, right? It is the foundation for my future because a lot of things are coming up for me. And that's why this year felt so important. Like the end of 2020 felt like I was climbing up a mountain. I'm climbing up. And then I just knew like 2021, I'm gonna be at the top of the mountain. So now we're here and I'm at the top of the mountain. I'm at the top. I can see everything. I'm looking down, I'm looking around, and I can see everything. I can see my future. I can see my past. I can see, people. I can see people I don't know, people I do know, people I will know, people that want to help me. I can see opportunities. I can see places. I can see everything at the top of this mountain, and there's just so many options and opportunities, and it's up to me, to figure out where I want to step to get to those things, right? So Now that I'm at the top of the mountain, I'm looking down, one wrong step, and I could go tumbling down. But if I carefully plan and strategically plan what I'm gonna do, I will take every proper step and get everything that's meant for me. And I am doing just that. I'm manifesting, I'm visualizing. So what I just talked about was the visualization process, right? Before I can manifest, I need to visualize. I need to have a vision in my head for how the life I want looks for me. So I can't just ask for a luxury car or home. I have to figure out, how does a luxury car or home fit into my lifestyle as is? If I was to have a luxury car right now, where would I be going? What kind of accessories would I get for that car? What would I wear in that car? It's many things that you have to think about and really envision yourself in the things that you want and you're trying to manifest. So I know this year my lease is ending in July. I need to figure out where I'm gonna go. I need to, carefully envision the place that I want to go. What will my life look like there? Who will I meet there? What will I do there? And I need to make sure that the things that I say I want make sense. And the things that I'm trying to manifest really do fit into my lifestyle as is. You cannot manifest some brand new thing that does not fit into your lifestyle as is. There's a lot of things that I want, but I have to know that they're actually attainable, and I have to know that when I get them, I won't lose them because I'm not ready for them. So I'm preparing myself for everything. I'm thinking about every little detail of what I want and actually asking myself if that makes sense. Once I get that, what am I going to do with it? I don't want nothing I'm not prepared for, So anyways, the first step to manifestation is visualization. That's what I'm doing. I'm visualizing. I'm putting myself in the driver's seat and looking out in my luxury car. And I'm looking out in my luxury car at the world that I want to see. What does that world look like? How are my windows? Are my windows tinted or are they clear? Like, what does my view look like in my luxury car, for example? Anyways, so doing that, manifesting my life very carefully, very precisely, and it feels good. It feels good to know what you want and know it's coming and not even be worried, because it's like, I don't have to know how it's going to happen. But I do know, as long as I know what I want and I know that it's possible and I know that I can get it, I'm going to get it. And I've always been like that, and it's always worked for me. I don't have to know. I don't have to know how it's gonna happen, but I do know I deserve it. I do know it's possible, and I do know that I am prepared for it. So therefore, it's gonna happen. And that's just that on that. So I've also been trying to work on making a schedule. I'm also gonna get an astrology calendar to help me track myself, my moods, and trying to be in alignment with the planets and the transits. And the calendar I found is so freaking cool. They have like the days aligned with the chakras, with the colors, with the transits, with the moon cycles. It has everything. And I'm so excited to get it because it's really gonna help me to be in alignment with the universe. And that's so cool to me. Like, if I can be in alignment with the universe all the time and know the transits that the universe is taking and know how I can, balance out that energy in my own life, that is so ideal. And the calendar is super freaking cool. I'm going to tag it in the description box because I think it's so cool. It's on this lady's Etsy page, whatever. She made it herself, and there's a video describing how to use it because there's a lot of stuff in there, but it's so cool. So I'm gonna tag it because I really like it. I'm gonna buy it. Anyways, doing all of that is gonna help me. It's gonna help me to balance my energy. It's gonna help me to be in alignment. It's gonna help me to be able to attract the things that I want because I'm in tune and I'm aligned with the universe. And that means something. Like, I'm not even gonna go into all the details, but respecting the universe and respecting the universe's energies and how they move and how they affect us, is very important. And I just want to make sure that while I'm manifesting all these things in my life, that I'm respecting the universe and I am making sure that I honor the universe and its energies, and I, give due effort to be in alignment with those energies and to benefit in the best way that I can. So with all of that, thank y'all for watching. This is my check-in video, let y'all know where I'm at with everything. For the first time, I actually made a list of things to talk about, and it worked. And I have my selenite wand here to kind of just balance me out, because I do get overwhelmed sometimes with these videos, but I feel really good right now, and I'm just happy that you all are tuned in. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for watching me. I'm just so grateful for everybody that tunes in and everybody that supports me. I will always be grateful for that. I will never take that for granted. I genuinely do love doing this. At the same time, I'm still a work in progress, so I understand those that don't want to listen to me, but it's a work in progress with proven results, and everything that I say I'm working on, it works for me. And I would never promote something that did not work or I felt like was just null and void and just nonsense. But the things that I do, I feel like are genuine learning experiences for myself, and I just want to share those for other people. So welcome to Acacia's Trees. If you're watching right now, like this video and subscribe to my channel to keep up with me and what I'm doing and whatever else. Thank you guys so much, and I love you all.